Hey, welcome to THEA 110 Theater Appreciation. This is a quick orientation video, show you the general flow of the class and some of the really important documents that you need to take a look at in order to get situated to do this course. So, start off, you're looking at the home page here. Always get back to this home page if you look to the left side of the screen by clicking on, funnily enough, home page. Now, when you get here, the first thing you're going to want to do is check the announcements. Now, some of these announcements will be emailed to you. Some of them will just be posted. You can do that by just taking a look at more announcements, clicking there, or anytime you're anywhere in the course, you can always jump back to the announcements by clicking on announcements on the toolbar to your left. So these announcements usually contain some pretty vital information, maybe even a link to a video. This one's going to link you to this video and help you know what is going on currently in the course. You can take a look at the time that it was posted, and that'll give you the idea of how current what you're looking at is. All right? So this announcement directs you right away to the course information documents. Now, these are pretty critical for you understanding the course. The syllabus, which is sort of our contract together, course schedule, which I'm going to go over in a second, discussion criteria, discussion rubric, discussion board instructions, and the academic integrity policy. So let's take a look at the course schedule, which is a really important guide for the course. So here's the course schedule, okay? And the course schedule basically breaks down into 4 columns: the title of the module, the start date of the module, the end date, and the activities that are going to go on during that module. So here's the module title. Basically, it's going to correspond over here. You can always get to that module by just clicking there. Start date, end date. In this case, the course moves really quickly. So there's only really 3 days to work on the module, the second, third, and fourth. And I say 3 days because the end dates are always up to 11:59 p.m. that date. Okay, so this begins at midnight and this ends at 11:59 p.m., which means that all these learning activities need to be completed by 11:59 p.m. on January 4th. Now, the only other place that you'd find dates on this course schedule might be right here. There might be a date that tells you when you need to enter the discussion. So sometimes you'll have a day or two to read an assignment, and that would mean that your deadline for entering the discussion might be a couple of days after this initial deadline. So instead of January 2nd, it might be January 3rd or January 4th. But in this case, the course moves so quickly and there really is no reading that needs to be done for this particular module. You can just jump right in, so you enter the discussion immediately. Now, at the end of the course schedule, you'll see due dates for the final. Sometimes this final paper will be due a couple of days after the last day of the official module, but in this case, because the semester runs so quick, there's no finals week, so it ends right on the 19th. So let's move right on to the actual modules and the flow of the course. So you can get to all the course documents by clicking here and go into the folders, or you can use these quick links to go module by module. Now here, you'll see another orientation just of what is going on here in Module 1. So I'm not going to go over everything in Module 1 again because it's contained right there in the orientation. All right? Some other important features. Discussions are going to be linked here in the course itself, in the module itself, but you can get to the discussions by just clicking on discussion. When you get to the discussion board, and this is in the instructions, you would click on the forum, and then in order to start a discussion thread, you click thread. You're going to write your discussion point here, hit submit, and then once one is up, you'll be able to join others by simply clicking on them when you get to the forum. Now, it's really important every time you join a discussion to thoroughly read the instructions, and take a look at each of the steps that are important. Every discussion you enter, in order to receive an A, you need to have 4 discussion points up by the end of the discussion. Those 4 points need to be spread over a period of the entire unit. So even if the unit's only 3 days long, that means you enter the discussion every day, not just all at once at the beginning or all at once at the end. And important to include references to other students' posts, outside sources, etc., if you want really great credit and you're looking to get an A on your discussion. So that's pretty much the total wrap-up of discussions. Let's have a look at how to communicate in the course if you get stuck on something. The simplest way to communicate is simply to go to course messages and create a message and send it directly to me. All right? You can also reach that information by hitting communication and going down to course messages here. Basically takes you exactly the same place. Now there's a few other tools down here. Most of them we don't use, so I'm not going to go into those right now. All right, so step 1 is to have a good look at this announcement, and then when you're done with that, you take a look at the course information, and then you launch right into Module 1. Send me any questions that you might have. I look forward to working with you.